Celebrity Hub with me, Jafar Jerina, your host on the show. And the show is proudly sponsored by Safa Guest House and Event Center, Green Lens Photography, Videk Hair Glam, yes, they are responsible for my hair. And also, DF Republic is the production house for producing Celebrity Hub show, and Kiki's Chop, the luxury look, you can count on them. Okay, so coming this Vows Day, yes, we have an awesome package, and we know Vows Day is just around the corner and people are going out, people are moving with their loved ones. So let's define this beautiful moment with some awesome treats that comes with discounts from the Safa Guest House and Event Center. Yes, there will be a love music. I mean, the Valentine's edition on the 1st February. Don't forget, 14th February is going to be couples hangouts, especially the edition of Odoye Day. You know, that music dance and then a cappella things and brand, and then brands doing music and more. Okay, and we're going to have the Vows Day brunch on the 16th February. We have accommodation package, and don't miss it. In fact, move out of your house that day and then come for the basic package that is 1,300, the premium 1,600, the deluxe that is 2,500, and then you can just walk in here. You won't sleep here, you won't move around, you won't do anything. You can, but you have the whole place to yourself. We have a gym, we have everything you need. The chefs are ready to serve you. Eat and dine with your colleagues and family. Pair a tray at 300 Ghana cedis. You'll be served 2-course meal, 2 glasses of wine, 2 bottles of water, and 2 bars of chocolate. Umpewe now petting and Vows Day. Oh, surprise a girl na hair be 1 mile. We are indomie and koto indomie. Cameraman and koto indomie. Oh, sheminima Theophilus and then koto indomie. We have the 450 package. Mr. Sam, I come for that one. Yes, 3-course meal, 2 glasses of wine, 2 bottles of water, and 2 pairs of chocolate. As well, the 550 package, that is the 3-course of meal, a bottle of water, 2 bottles of wine, and then also bars of chocolate. That's a 2. Also, we have the surprise early bird package. Promotion starts 1st February to 22nd of February, right here at Safa Guest House and Event Center. Please do so to call the numbers on your screen, and they will reach out to you, serve you. Beautiful people are always here to welcome you. Security is tight, and don't forget, the manageress is a top-notch one. She is in the person of Sophia, and in fact, we extend our greetings to you, and also make it a must, yes, to pass by Kiki's Charm and take that beautiful look before you step here. Kiki's Charm is on all social media platforms. Yes, a Nigerian beautician based here in Ghana, and she's here to do the painting and the artwork on our faces. Let's take a word from them, and when we come, I will introduce my awesome guests. Yes, we are just proud of our women for getting our men. So let's do that on the show today. We'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back to Celebrity Hub. Please, as you're watching this, if you want to sponsor the show, you can call 0538773827. Yes, you can sponsor Celebrity Hub show. We're also going to take your name higher, and also after this year's 4th episode, we are going to make sure our sponsors will be honored, and also the brand will be lifted by us as well. Okay, so moving on, I have with me the CEO of Golden Royal Technology in Ghana, and he has gone on a far journey to a lot of international, places. If I should mention, he has worked with a lot of international brands as well, and now he's back home. Yes, he's back home with the good news. I love to see people like this who come back home and make things work here in Ghana. Yes, and it's not very easy to get him today on set because as we speak, Europe 4, and he's about to join you. But Celebrity Hub, we are blessed to have him today, and he is in the person of Mr. Evans Omane-Boateng. Yes, a married man as such. Don't forget.
Interesting.
Yeah. I say, you see, I'm going to train you on social media, so kakra. What are you crying do with you know?
And
Yes.
It looks like it doesn't matter anymore.
Why is that? Doesn't matter? Like why is it because something like? It's like people think now the married men are responsible more than the single men.
I would like to plead the Fifth Amendment on this question.
Okay.
Let this car pass me by.
I said, let this car pass me by. In fact, we are all sinners now, but maybe he might share his idea that you might not be comfortable with. So, okay, this car has passed you by.
Thank you.
Let's move back to celebrity also. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Evans Omane-Boateng. Who is Mr. Evans? We want to know that of your back from the school level.
Okay, so back from the school level, I had my secondary education at Datus, Tema Community 7.
Wow, that school has really done a lot too.
Yes. Then I had my degree education. I started with the Valley View University.
Okay.
Then later,
at OEB.
At OEB.
Yeah.
Then later transferred to Pentecost University.
Okay. The one at Sotum.
Sotum,
okay.
Sure. That was where I had my first degree. Then subsequently, I have to do my master's and also a student with ICA Ghana. I'm struggling with the professional program, but business is not really allowing me. Then also, I also happen to be a bivocational minister.
Okay.
So I'm also a student with Christian Leaders Institute in USA.
Wow.
So
so then what do you do there? What course are you trying to figure out over there?
I'm studying diploma in theology.
Okay.
But I am aspiring to pick a master's program in Christian leadership very soon.
Are you going to become a pastor?
I'm actually a pastor.
You're actually a pastor?
In the making.
Wow.
Yes.
The pastor in the making, yeah? Wow.
Presently, I am ordained as an elder at church. Awaiting the main pastoral ordination. Yeah.
But I thought maybe straightforward, you've been ordained, so you just go and start doing your work. But it's like yours.
I'm already working in the ministry. So personally, I see the eldership ordination as a pastoral ordination.
Okay.
So I'm already in the ministry. So I see myself as a bivocational minister. When I say bivocational minister, I don't do ministry work full time.
Okay.
You know, I run businesses. Then
because I know you're a businessman.
Yeah, and I commit most of my time also to the things of the Lord.
Things of the Lord, not the things of the world.
Things of the Lord. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. Maybe one day I'll join you. We'll go to the Christian University.
You're most welcome.
I'm most welcome. So when are you going? Let's go. Then maybe I also become a bi person. Wow, that's very great.
Yeah.
Okay. So aside the looking at the educational background, is very clean. It's very hot. But you are into technology.
Yes.
The field.
Yes.
Yes.
I am into not just technology, but predominantly in technology.
Okay.
You know, technology has different facets. And I have carved a niche for myself in the area of fleet telematics.
Okay.
Well, what most Ghanaians will call car tracking, but the broader name is fleet telematics.
Okay.
We don't just track cars. It is even best to say vehicle tracking or vehicle telematics.
Okay.
That is the
professional way.
Yes. That is where I find myself. Though I studied the businesses, but I ended up doing this technical work. Then also, aside the fleet telematics business, I'm also a poultry farmer.
Yes, you said this. but before we talk about that aspect of you doing poultry and all that, I know you love business.
Very much.
Your wife is lucky.
She is. And I am most lucky, you know.
Really?
Yes, I am most lucky.
So, married with how many kids?
The Lord has blessed us with 3 at the moment.
3 at the moment?
Yes.
You mean you're going more?
It's in the hands of the Lord.
It's in the hands of the Lord because you are working for the Lord.
Anything, you know, I'm the type who never choose the kind of the sex I want.
Yes.
For example, most people want their first one to be a boy or a girl.
A girl.
But me, anything the Lord gives to me,
you accept with good faith.
So if the Lord wants to bless me with more, why not?
Oh, wow.
I believe he will also give me the finances to take care of the more.
He's already given you more?
Yes.
You're a technology engineer. You are a telecom engineer. You are a, how do we call it?
Poultry farmer.
A poultry farmer. So it's a big deal.
You know, we are still hoping to grow more.
Wow. So how many girls, how many boys?
Currently, I have 2 boys and a girl. Yeah.
Daddy's girl.
She's the first, so she's the daddy's girl.
You know, you men tend to get close. Sometimes I know, though, I was also close to my late dad, but you cannot change the fact between a daughter and a daddy affair.
It is true, but there's one question. If you ask me today, I can never answer. If you ask me who is my favorite child,
you love all of them.
I have forced myself to, you know, have a strong bond with all the kids. I can tell you on authority that if you come to my house, I happens to be the kids' favorites. Unless, of course, they are deceiving me, which they are not.
You know, mothers will shout on you. Mothers will try to put you in place. Do this, do that, do that. Daddy will just pamper you. And even looking at you, you'll be that quiet, silent daddy. Or
very straight.
Very straight, but simple. You know, because with the educational background, sometimes when those daddies with that huge education background, they handle you so disciplined, but in a disciplined way, but in a very calm way, you will not know.
You know, handling kids is something. If you do not discipline the child, the child will go wayward.
Yes, even the Bible said we should train them the way.
Exactly. We have the responsibility to form their basics and their foundation for them. The way a child behaves when he's an adult tells the kind of foundation the parents give to him. So that is one thing. Discipline is one thing I don't play with.
Okay.
But aside being strict on them, we are very friendly. And I think, I believe most parents will say this, but my kids believes I'm the richest man on earth. You know.
When they ask you for something, they're expecting you to get it immediately.
I tell you, I have one nephew. One time went to school, and after school he wanted fan milk.
Okay.
So he went to the seller and said, "Please give me one fan milk. When my daddy comes, he will pay." No, he believes the father has all the money.
Wow.
Yes. So I have a very sound relationship with the kids, just as I have with their mom anyway.
Yes, I have with the mom anyway, but in fact, when the kids come in, it reduces.
No.
Are you sure? Because most people sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, when you start to pay," then they tend to love their kids more than you and all that.
Meaning say not so that is there, but we try to equate
balance
everything.
the equation.
That's right.
Yes, I know you're coming from a very good science and maths background.
Science, no, math, yes.
Oh.
I love the calculation aspect, but I'm not
you don't love
with the biology, the physics,
chemistry.
No, I'm not too strong.
You're not too strong there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so if you're good with the maths, I think science should be some quite okay. But moving on. So looking at the technology aspect, how did you get in there? And how did it start for you way back?
That's a story to tell. I think I need to write a book on this one day.
Yes, you have to write all the. You have to say it or audio here, and then after we're going to write it ourselves.
What I find myself doing today, if anybody had asked me in the way back when I was young, I wouldn't have said I was going to be this.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, as an accounting student and an administration student. Not necessarily bank, but administrative duties. Okay. Right? Being it bank or anywhere. So I see myself as an administrator. That is why currently I am the administrator at my church, Heaven House Church International at Tabora number 6. Okay. I worked with a couple of companies. Then I lost my job because at a point in time, you know, there was this closure of microfinances all over the country. It affected the company I was working with. So I had to come sit home for a while.
Wow.
That was when the Lord connected me to a man, Mr. Omane-Boateng, God bless him. He was into this vehicle tracking business. He picked me as a son. He liked me upon few encounters and decided to hand over his business to me. So I worked with him for a couple of years before venturing into starting my own business. When I started working with him, I had no idea. But when I got the explanation of the concept behind fleet telematics or vehicle tracking business, I felt so much in love with it. You see, it brings up a solution into our system.
Yeah.
I felt so much in love with the solutions the business was bringing into our community. So I gave it all. I gave my all to that particular business. And I think that is where the interest started from. Yeah, so I think doing it so well, I remember my first trip abroad was the man who took me abroad the first time.
You're the one who sponsored your first trip?
My first trip.
Wow.
Yes.
Is he a Ghanaian?
Yes, he's a Ghanaian.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a Ghanaian.
We still have good people in town, Ghanaians.
Yes. He's one of those good people you can talk of. So that was where it started from. Then after a while, I have to break off to also start my own business like 10 years ago. So in the space of fleet telematics, I've been around for close to 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Close to 15 years with the technology thing?
Yes.
Wow. So starting your own thing, how was it like?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I remember when I received my first check, I was walking from Reese Junction to Medina to pick a car. And I called my pastor and I was like, Rev, I have received my first check. I think it was around 2,000 Ghana cedis. And I had worked for 3 months.
And you are taking the 2,000 Ghana cedis?
And that was my first check. But you see, I didn't give up. I kept on fighting. I kept on praying. I kept on doing good. And the good Lord has blessed me.
Yes.
We are still striving for more. Currently, we've been able to connect over 4,000 vehicles in Ghana. There is no region in Ghana I have not installed a vehicle tracker for various clients, individuals, transport companies, a lot of organizations, even including some foreign embassies, which I cannot put their names out for security reasons. Yeah.
Wow. So that's Golden Royal Security.
That is Golden Royal Technologies. Then I think right after the COVID, the Lord placed on my heart to start poultry farm. So,
but before we come to the poultry farm, what inspired you with the Golden Royal thing?
As in the name or the brand?
The brand, the name, all together.
Okay, so I tend to like the name Royal. Okay, so even with the farm, it is called Best Royal Farms. I'm even hoping to open a school in future.
Wow.
Definitely the name Royal will be there.
The Royals Academy.
Maybe the Royals College.
The Royals College.
Yes, something like that.
So when you go to school there, you're a Royal.
We are going to train Royals.
Even the poultry, the cocks and the
I'm telling you,
chickens
the eggs we
whatever.
produce are Royal eggs.
Wow. The chickens you are eating, they're also Royal.
So what inspired the brand? It was a job I felt so much in love with, and I wanted to do it to the core. Then I had to choose a name for it. And Royal was constant because even way back in secondary school, the only nickname I had was Royal Slave.
Royal Slave?
Slave.
Slave?
Not slave, no. Slave. Slave is just, yes.
Okay.
It's just the reverse spelling of my Evans name. So Royal was constant. So I just have to look for something to attach to the Royal. Okay. Then I just picked the Golden. And because it has to do with technology, it sounds good to add technology to it. So that is basically the inspiration behind the choice of name, we picked for the business.
So far, doing that in Ghana, yeah, how is it?
Yes, I would say the early stages, it was difficult because most people do not know about vehicle tracking. They see it as an abstract thing.
Okay.
Yes, so when you approach somebody, you are telling him about vehicle tracking, the relevance, the importance of it, they see it as something that is not going to work in Ghana. Probably they didn't believe in our own telecommunication network coverage and all that. But down the lane, doing this for 15 years, I can say for the past 5 years coming forward, now it is touching base. People in Ghana are beginning to accept it. Transport managers, company owners are beginning to accept it because it is helping them have total control over their fleet. So for now, I would say people are beginning to accept it. But that does not take away the fact that most people, when you mention it, they are like, is there something like that? But if you compare now to before, I would say now is better. But I know it will get better, way better in future.
But don't you think you have to advocate for the tech angle as well, staging some summits, especially in the tech institutions and more?
Okay, so currently it is something probably I may have to spearhead because we don't have, there are tech summits in Ghana, but nobody is focusing on fleet telematters.
Okay.
I do attend those seminars rather outside the company from the suppliers I take supplies from. Yeah. But in Ghana, nobody is really fronting it. So maybe you and I can partner on that, and we can also see how best we can project the fleet telematters business or that aspect of technology.
I'm sure we can do that.
Sure.
I'll just be the moderator.
I believe in you.
And then we'll just be getting. We're going to involve the big fishes in the soup.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did mention about poultry.
Okay.
Yes. So along the line, as a busy, hardworking man like you, how come the poultry setting?
I prefer to do things I have love for.
Okay.
I remember when I was young, way back in secondary school, I told one of my colleagues my retirement job would be poultry farm.
Wow.
Yes. So during the COVID, I was lying down and I realized, during the COVID time, things came to a standstill. Businesses were not operating.
But people were still okay. Some people were still okay.
Yes, with the kind of business I was doing, the free telematters, what the anticipation was for the COVID era, as if the world was coming to an end.
Yeah.
It was like an end to that business.
Okay.
Sometimes you call clients who need to make payment to you and you are reminding them of payment, and they tell you, Evans, the world is coming to an end, they are thinking about car tracking. So, at that point I was like, bro, you need to start something new. You need to add another source of revenue to this line of business because, around that time, those who were in the food industry, those who were in the, restaurant and those kind of businesses, they were working.
Yeah, they were getting money.
They were
getting
getting money. People need to eat.
Yes.
Then I said, okay, if I need to start something, then what? I had a lot of options. Then, I was scanning through my phone on YouTube and I chanced on a YouTube video on poultry farming. That video got me thinking. Then I recollected that idea.
What you said in secondary school.
Yes, and I was like, why not start this?
Now.
So during the lockdown season, all I was doing at home was watching videos on how to start a poultry farm, how to handle the birds from day-old chicks
nursery
to the time they start laying, after laying, what next. Just before I started the business, I could lecture you everything about poultry farm.
Wow.
So right after the lockdown was over, I had to quickly go look for a land to buy and start something. And I couldn't sleep. I was restless until I started that thing.
You were restless indeed. It was from the inside.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so let's take a word from our sponsors. This is Celebrity Hub. Also, make sure what you love. In fact, this is teaching us something. Aside school, I've attended school. I'm a doctor. I'm in the office. You won't be in the office forever. You need to do something for yourself. Come up with something, because this is going to help. Because this lockdown taught a lot of things. me myself, even during the lockdown, I started a kitchen project. That was the DF kitchen. And then you only call me, we prepare a dish and then send to you.
Okay.
So somebody asks 20 cities, somebody asks of a banku with hot pepper and fish. We will try and do it and send to. And at the end of the day, I made money.
Charlie.
I made money out of the lockdown. So please, do something. Think outside the box. Let's take a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that break. This is Celebrity Hub with Mr. Evans Boateng. Yes, he is the person and on board today with us on Celebrity Hub. We're talking about technology here. Yes, and he is also a firm strongholder of Golden Royal Technology. He's also a farmer as well, a poultry farmer as such. What are you doing for yourself? Aside dressing, moving to the hospital to work as a nurse, do you come home to relax? No. Get prepared and hit something. Okay, so coming back from the break.
Yeah.
Tell us, this is 2025.
Yeah.
And we know there is a change in government. And I don't know whether you are MPP, NDC. Yes, but I can see.
I am both.
You are both.
Yes.
Yes, it's in the spirit. In fact, me, I'm not both.
Actually, I'm both. I was hoping for a change this year.
Yes.
And I've seen the change.
And do you think the change so far is even helping?
You see, doing business in Ghana, I think if you ask any poultry farmer in Ghana,
it's great.
They'll tell you last 4 years has been worse for poultry farmers.
Okay.
You understand? We're not getting the raw materials. Maize, we're not getting maize to buy, the soya beans, the wheat bran, all those things we used to mix the poultry feed. It was very hard to come by. So it was rough for us. Within this period, the raw materials, the prices were just skyrocketing on a daily basis. So it really hit us. So, you know, that's was the reason why most people, as the election results could show, wanted a change. And any business who was affected, or any businessman who was affected in that way,
will vote against the government in power.
Would want a change. Right. So we are only looking for a government who will come to power to make things flexible for the citizenry.
That's as Mahama is resetting Ghana.
I am hoping so.
Yes.
I'm really hoping he does what he said. And if he is able to do what he has said,
then we break the record.
He will definitely break the record. I'm praying for him.
So he will become the supreme leader. Already he is.
I'm praying for him.
Okay. Okay, so this year, what do we look up to in terms of your brand? What are you looking up to? Because I know as you sit here, you said you're traveling immediately.
Yes. Technology is evolving. New techs are coming up. This year, 2025, Golden Royal Technologies, we have decided to only bring in 4G GPS trackers.
Okay.
And also, we are bringing in tamper-proof devices. You know, early years, the trackers we have were not 4G. And when we say 4G, the 4G trackers come with additional functionalities and security features.
Okay.
With the 4G tracker, you cannot jam it. It has anti-jamming functions. You know, people who are into vehicle theft, they know most vehicles these days have trackers.
In it.
So when they steal the vehicle, they plug in jamming devices to, you know, prevent the tracker from sending its location to the phones or computers as it may be.
For the owners to have a view of it.
To have a view or to be able to locate the vehicle. So with this 4G anti-jamming trackers we are bringing on the market, even when the vehicle is taken from you by robbers and they are trying to kind of disrupt the connection by plugging in a jamming device, the trackers are able to override the jamming device, so it will still send you the location, the live location, the real-time location of the vehicle.
Get access to your information.
You get access to the location of your vehicle, right? You know, one feature about this vehicle tracking thing is it comes with what we call immobilizers, popularly known as engine stopper. You know, when somebody takes your vehicle from you, you can just stop the engine on your phone.
Okay.
So when the jammer is working, you are not able to stop the engine. But if you are using the intelligent trackers we are having on the market today, it will override the jammer, and you'll be able to, one, have the accurate location of your vehicle in real time, and you are also able to stop the ignition. These 4G anti-jamming trackers are also tamper-proof. The kind of intelligent trackers we have on the market today, when you try to disassemble the tracker, disconnect the tracker, it has a tamper-proof feature which will quickly signal or alert whoever is managing the tracker.
Wow.
In some instances, once you try to tamper the device, it will automatically turn off the ignition of the vehicle, so you are not able to start the engine. That is the new edge we are bringing on board this year, 2025 and beyond. Our quest.
But the last time you were also talking about the solar aspect. So let's finish with what you're saying. They will chip in the solar.
Yes. You know, it comes with different functions and advantages. One thing people don't know about vehicle tracking or fleet telematics is not to police the driver. There are three important things we must note. One, vehicle tracking or fleet telematics is to ensure the safety of the vehicle, the safety of the driver, and lastly, the safety of the onboard passengers or goods. When I say safety of the vehicle, madam, when you buy a vehicle, you don't expect the vehicle to get destroyed or damaged within the shortest possible time.
No.
Vehicles have an expected lifespan. Let's say you buy a pickup truck. You want the car to last for 15, 20 years.
Okay.
Right? If you don't put measures in place, if you don't have an intelligent tracking device to monitor the movement and the usage of the vehicle, and you leave the vehicle at the mercy of the users of the vehicle, they will end up destroying the vehicle within the shortest possible time.
Of course, yes. Because they take it to places they are not supposed to take
unauthorized trips, we call them.
They don't even handle it well with care.
Exactly. You know, I have one client in the mining sector. We fixed trackers for them. After 2 weeks, the man called me to say thank you because he's realized a sharp decline in their fuel cost.
Okay.
Why is that? You know, once people know they are being monitored, the issue of unauthorized use of the vehicle is taken off. These unauthorized use of the vehicle comes with cost. The cost of fuel, the cost of maintenance. So if people are not taking the vehicles without authorization, it means all those trips and the fuel and the maintenance associated with them are taken off your budget.
Okay.
You get the point. If you have an intelligent tracking system like the ones we offer, you should be able to save up to 30% on your fuel and maintenance cost. So that is the gospel we are preaching to company owners. That is the gospel we are preaching to transport owners, people who have given out cars for commercial businesses, people who are using their vehicles for private use and all that. I can share an interesting story with you which happened 2 years ago. You know, we also have what we call the voice monitoring, where if I give my car to you, I am able to eavesdrop whatever conversation you are having in my car without you knowing. It might sound like an infringement on your privacy. That is why I am emphasizing on my car. My car, my rules, you know.
What of my office?
Our telematics has to do with vehicles.
Okay.
So
it doesn't go beyond that.
No, the office then is the other side of the business, which you mentioned earlier. The CCTV camera installations will come to that.
What else you guys are dealing into the solar aspect? Okay.
You know, I have this client whose driver, you know, most of the big men who are having drivers, most of the attacks that comes to them, I mean physical attacks, are as a result of their drivers conniving with people from outside. The man had some little misunderstanding with the driver, so he went back to the tracking platform and decided to eavesdrop the conversation his driver is having in his car. That was when he got to know the driver was actually planning with people to attack the man to rob him. He was giving his exact movements, the timelines and all that. So you see, this technology thing helps. Okay. When we talk of our video telematics, where we integrate video cameras into your vehicles, you see live video footages whilst you are at home or at office. So let's say you give your car to somebody using it for commercial purposes. With the cameras integrated, at the comfort of your home or your office, you can pick your phone or laptop and you actually see live video footages of inside your vehicle.
What is going on? Inside
the vehicle. If it is a school bus, you are seeing the driver, you are seeing the student, whoever is in the vehicle, you are seeing everything, live monitoring. You can also see the road on which the driver is traveling. Whatever the driver is seeing, because there's a camera facing the road, you are also seeing whatever the driver is seeing. This solves a lot of problems. You get my point? So this is the gospel we are preaching this year. We've been doing it for over 10 years, but this year we have upped the game. We are bringing in the most sophisticated technology into the system.
Wow. So to end my conversation with this, let's talk a bit about, just throw much light about solar, because of late I can see a lot of people around the world are much interested in solar and all that, solar panels and more.
Yes, solar is really coming up. It is really coming up.
And do you think it's really the best?
It has a lot of advantages.
Okay.
Right. Presently at Golden Royal Technologies, we are focused on the solar-powered CCTV cameras.
Okay.
Right. Those are the ones we are currently working on. There are other solar projects we are bringing on board, but since we had to start them, I can't even go much into details. But the solar system.
So you're doing something like a launching?
I will definitely invite you.
Okay.
You know, with the solar-powered CCTV cameras, even when the main power is out, because it is solar-powered, you are always having 24-hour monitoring time. You know, with the current other CCTV cameras we are using, when there is no power, it means you lose visibility. You don't have visuals. But with the solar-powered, whether there is main light power or not, you can still have visuals. So 24 hours around the clock, you are still doing monitoring. So those are the ones we are dealing in now. Like I said, we are also working on other solar products, but I can't throw much light on them now until we land the deal.
Until we land the deal, though. Okay, so it may be someone is watching us. The conversation is getting very interesting, but you have a flight to catch. I'm not going to waste your time. So the person wants to reach out to Golden Royal Security or Technology Agency. Yes, you know, the kind of the CCTV thing has made me notice it as a security thing. So somebody wants to reach you. How are they going to get access to you?
Okay, so you can visit our website, goldenroyaltech.com, or you could also call any of our numbers 0500551567 or 0243154499. All these numbers will come directly to me, so you can just reach us either by call or WhatsApp or even normal text message. We'll get back to you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
and what is your little advice you love to give to the upcoming tech experts we have in the various universities and people aiming to grow their business in the tech environment as well?
Well, that's a very good one. With the tech students, currently when it comes to fleet telematics, we get everything from outside the country. And we have IT students here in Ghana. I would advise them to also look at that area because it's a growing area. And I'm looking out for the first tech company or Ghanaian student who would be able to develop a comprehensive vehicle tracking platform. We are here to support. Once you're able to develop it, I would definitely come on board and also do business with you. So that is my advice to the young guys who are in the tech space. Sure.
Okay, so that is it. You need to, get some knowledge sometimes when you don't know certain things, but don't forget, catch up with them as well. This is Celebrity Hub with me, Jafar Jarina, on the show. Please, this is Golden Royal's technology. So please make it a must to reach out to them. Their website and contact will also be on our screens. Don't forget as well to call me on 0538 77 3827. Yes, in terms of business and more. When you reach out to DF Republic, yes, my personal assistant will attend to you. Until then, thank you to Kiki's Charm. Thank you to Safa Guest House and Event Center, Green Lines Photography, SL Clothing for my beautiful outfit. Yes, they've been sponsoring my outfit right back from the 3rd episode till now. Thank you so